A very good morning to all students and welcome to my channel Edifly JEE NEET. So like in previous classes, I have completed Plant Kingdom. I have discussed all the most probable questions which used to come in the NEET exam. So today I am going to discuss a very important and very interesting chapter of Animal Kingdom. Fine. So today I am going to discuss Animal Kingdom and we'll discuss each and every kingdoms into separate classes, and I'll discuss each and every topic. Fine. So let's begin today's class. Today's class is Animal Kingdom. See, first we have to know what is the characteristics of the Animal Kingdom and on what basis they are classified. What is the basis of classification for the Animal Kingdom? Fine. See, they are multicellular. You know why multicellular? Because they are not plant. They have multicellular. They have tissue level of organization, organ system level of organization. They are multicellular. They are heterotrophic and they are eukaryotes. They can't prepare their own food, so they are heterotrophs and they are eukaryotes. Fine. Cell wall is absent. Why? Because it's animal cell. We are discussing in animal kingdom. So plant cell wall is present, but in case of animal cell wall is absent. Fine. Chloroplast, since they can't prepare their own food, so chloroplast will be absent. No pigments are there. Fine. These are heterotrophs. Mode of nutrition is holophytic, holozoic and mixotrophic. This I have already discussed the terminology with you. Just see my previous lectures. Fine. See, now see what is the basis of classification. First point is number of cells, organization level, diploblastic and triploblastic layer, coelom, then symmetry, then origin of notochord. So on this basis the animal kingdom, the organisms in case of animal kingdom are classified. So what we will do is we'll discuss each and every part, and I'll give the example and I'll make you understand what is number of cells, what is diploblastic, triploblastic layer, what is notochord, what is symmetry. Some like terms you might not be familiar with this. So I'll make you familiar and I'll make you understand what does this means. Fine. So let's discuss about the number of cells. Now let's discuss each and every point on what basis the animal kingdom, the classification is done. Fine. So the first point is number of cells. Cells means unicellular or multicellular. Very simple, na? Just understand, very simple. Uni or multi. Fine. These two. So protozoa, they have only single cell that functions their metabolism. Fine. In case of multicellular in animal kingdoms, they form cells. That cells, group of cells will form tissue. That tissue will form organ, and that organ will form organ system level. Fine. In case of multicellular, they have complex type of like number of cells. Fine. Excuse me. So this is about multicellular. This is about unicellular. See, number of cells means whether it's unicellular or multicellular. Next is level of organization. There are 4 levels of organization I have discussed. One is protoplasmic level, cellular level, tissue level, organ system level. Fine. For protoplasmic level, basically each only made up of one cell. Those organisms which are made up of only one cell, like unicellular organisms, they show protoplasmic level of organization. Example, protozoa. Fine. Cellular level. Cellular level means cell. Cell has to perform all the physiological functions, all the metabolic functions in case of that organism. And for that example is porifera. We'll come into it. Each and every kingdom I'll discuss. Porifera, the first kingdom of animal kingdom. Fine. Next is tissue level. In tissue level, what happened? This is only tissue level. That means group of cells will form tissue. Fine. But organ doesn't form. Only tissue till tissue level. Fine. So this is Coelenterata and Ctenophora. These are the examples. I mean, these kingdoms like Coelenterata, Ctenophora, this too shows tissue level of organization. Fine. Next is organ system level of organization. This is the most advanced form. Like from Platyhelminthes to till Chordatas, all the organisms shows organ system level of organization. See, first is cells, then tissue, organ, then organ system level of organization. Very simple. These 4 level of organisms I have discussed. Each and every has example. You have to remember this is the primitive, and then so now let's see about diploblastic and triploblastic, the third point of the classification. Diploblastic means those organisms which originate from 2 germ layers. Diplo means 2 and triplo means 3. So diplo is ecto and endoderm. Those organisms will originate from ectoderm and endoderm. They are diploblastic, and the examples is Porifera and some Coelenterata. Porifera and some Coelenterata, they have 2 germ layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm. And those organisms which originate from 3 germ layers, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, that is mesoderm is included. Fine. So they are triploblastic animals. Fine. Example is from Platyhelminthes till Chordata, like Nemathelminthes, Aschelminthes, Mollusca, Arthropoda. These are all advanced form of organisms. Fine. Till Chordata, they are triploblastic layer. They have triploblastic. Fine. Very simple. Diplo means 2, diplo means 3. बस ये टर्मिनोलॉजी आपको जानना है. फाइन. नेक्स्ट इज सिमेट्री. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. सिमेट्री. अब बात करते हैं सिमेट्री की. सम ऑर्गेनिजम्स विल शो रेडियल सिमेट्री, मीन्स कट बाई 2 और मोर प्लेन्स. जैसे कि मैंने एग्जाम्पल दिखाया आपको. दिस इज अ सिंपल एग्जाम्पल आई हैव शोड यू. सी, दिस इज द मेन एक्सिस. इट कैन बी डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 और मोर देन 2. Fine. So this is radial symmetry. The organisms which show radial symmetries, example is Ctenophora, Coelenterata and Echinodermata. Fine. A very common example I am giving you, it's sea anemone. Sea anemone. Fine. So why these organisms, if they show radial symmetry, is very easy for them. अगर देखिए, अगर कहीं से भी हर साइड से वो मतलब अगर प्लेन से काटो तो हर साइड से वो इस तरह के एनिमल्स होते हैं राउंड में कि कहीं से भी इधर से फूड आ रहा है कि डेंजर आ रहा है या कोई एनिमल उस पर अटैक करने वाला है, दे नो वेरी इजीली. फाइन. सी, अगर आप लोग कोई भी समुद्री इलाका में गए हैं या एनी, इफ़ यू हैव विजिटेड एनी ओशंस और लाइक मेराइन लाइफ, बेसिकली मेराइन लाइफ समुद्र में कैसा होता है, अगर आपने विजिट किया होगा तो सी एनिमल बहुत अच्छे से देखे होंगे. वो राउंड होता है. See, 5 pictures I'll share with you. I'll try to share with you because I went this year to Port Blair and I have seen a very beautiful marine life. I have seen so many animals like starfish, octopus, sea anemone, sea urchin. Very beautiful, beautiful like organisms. The marine life is so beautiful. If you have, any one of you have visited, you can see the original picture and the picture you are seeing in the book is completely different. It's very beautiful greenery, very beautiful animals. Fine. So I visited this year. If I have the picture, I'll share with you. There is no issue. See, sea anemone में क्या होता है कि वो इस तरह के ऑर्गेनिजम्स होते हैं राउंड में कि फूड या डेंजर कहीं किसी भी साइड से आए तो उनको पता चल जाता है, क्योंकि उनका बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर ही ऐसा है कि कहीं से भी खाना आए तो उनको वो जाके खा लेते हैं. वो शेप चेंज कर लेते हैं अपना. डेंजर आता है तो अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट भी कर लेते हैं. फाइन. सी एनेमोन वेरी कॉमन एग्जाम्पल आई एम गिविंग यू इन केस ऑफ रेडियल सिमेट्री. फाइन. नेक्स्ट इज एसिमेट्री. एसिमेट्रिकल इज दैट हम किसी भी प्लेन में इस ऑर्गेनिजम्स को डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते. वी कांट डिवाइड. फाइन. कांट डिवाइड दिस ऑर्गेनिज्म इनटू एनी हाफ. फाइन. दिस इज एमीबा. ये एमीबा का बेसिक डायग्राम मैंने बना के दिखाया आपको. एमीबा में क्या होता है, वो अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर एनवायरमेंट, अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर नीड, दे चेंज देयर बॉडी शेप एंड शेडोपोडिया एंड ऑल. एमीबा I'll teach you very elaborately. Next is bilateral symmetry. Very advanced form of organisms, they show bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry में क्या होता है, जब भी किसी organisms को आप 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर सकते हो, एक सिंगल प्लेन ऑफ एक्सिस होता है उनका, only one plane. They can be cut by only one plane. जैसे कि you take your own example. We humans, अगर हम लोगों को काटा जाए मिडिल से, from middle to till the end, अवर ईच ऑर्गन्स, अगर हमें काटा जाए तो 2 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. तो वेरी बेसिक एग्जांपल, यू कैन स्टार्ट विद योर ओन दैट इज बायलैटरल सिमेट्री. तो वी एंड मोर अदर ऑर्गेनिजम्स शोज बायलैटरल सिमेट्री फ्रॉम Platyhelminthes to Chordata. All the organisms show bilateral symmetry. Fine. So this is all about but some exception is that in case of radial symmetry. See, starfish. We have seen a very beautiful starfish when you will visit any marine life. See, in case of starfish, what happen ना, starfish का shape कैसा होता है पता है? ऐसा होता है, this way. 5 ऐसा फिंगर वाला organisms होते हैं, ऐसे starfish होते हैं, ठीक है ना? Starfish, if it's not visible to you, I'll make you understand here. Starfish is like this. Fine. This is starfish. मैंने ये जस्ट बेसिक में दिखा दिया है. तो इसमें क्या होता है ना, ये इकाइनोडर्मेटा किंगडम का है. इकाइनोडर्मेटा, you'll get to know. We'll discuss in details. इकाइनोडर्मेटा. तो ये इकाइनोडर्मेटा का है. But see, I have told you from Platyhelminthes to Chordata. तो यहाँ इकाइनोडर्मेटा भी आता है. Platyhelminthes, Nemathelminthes, Aschelminthes, मोलास्का, आर्थ्रोपोडा, इकाइनोडर्मेटा. तो इकाइनोडर्मेटा के जो ये ऑर्गेनिजम्स है, स्टारफिश, इसको अगर आप काटते हो तो ये तो बहुत सारे प्लेन से कटेंगे. तो इकाइनोडर्मेटा जो है वो क्या शो करते हैं, रेडियल सिमेट्री शो करते हैं. उनकी बॉडी पैटर्न रेडियल सिमेट्री होती है. दे डोंट शो बायलैटरल सिमेट्री. देयर इज ऑलवेज एन एक्सेप्शन. फाइन. सो स्टारफिश क्या करते हैं, इकाइनोडर्मेटा के हैं तो वो रेडियल सिमेट्री शो करते हैं. तो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट सिमेट्री. इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. if any one of you have visited the marine life, then you can link it to it. So now let's see now more important points. This is the most complex, unicellular. Then advanced form is this, about organ system level. Fine. So this was about number of cells and level of organization. Now let's see more important points. So now let's see about coelom. What is coelom? This is the fifth part. The space between body wall and the gut. See, I have shown you the example. This is the alimentary canal. You know, this is the alimentary canal. This is the body wall and this is the coelom. So the space which is between the body wall and the alimentary canal, this space is called coelom. Fine. So the coelom is of two types. One is acoelomate and the other is coelomate. Acoelomate means coelom is absent, means this portion is absent in case of these organisms. Example is Platyhelminthes. They don't have coelom. So this is the body wall. I have shown you a very beautiful diagram and I am explaining it to you. This is body wall, this is the cells, this is the gut. But there is no mesoderm. Mesoderm layer is absent. That means coelom is absent. Mesodermal layer is absent. Next is coelomate, means incomplete or complete. Coelom may be complete or incomplete. Fine. So this is the example. This is for if that is incomplete. Incomplete को क्या कहते हैं, pseudocoelom, and if it is complete, it's called true coelom. See, now see with the diagram I'll explain. So this is the body wall. This is the gut. This is the gut. This is the body wall, and this is smaller mesodermal pouch. These are called mesodermal pouch. This is incomplete layer of mesoderm. This completely, it's not completely filled with mesoderm. So they are pseudocoelom. Example is roundworms. Fine. Next, go to tricoelom. Tricoelom is complete coelom layer is there. Complete coelom layer. So they have. So now let's discuss about the basis of notochord. What is notochord? Notochord is nothing but cartilaginous support this backbone. Fine. That rod running beneath the nerve cord के beneath में inside, it's nothing but notochord. Fine. See, on the basis of notochord, the organisms are divided into two, non-chordates and chordates. What is non-chordates? The animals without backbone. They don't have backbone. And in case of chordates, they have backbone. They have a cartilaginous rod supporting or beneath the nerve cord. Fine. These are the organisms that fall into non-chordates. See, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Aschelminthes, or it's called Nemathelminthes. It's called Nemathelminthes. You can call more one name, Aschelminthes or Nemathelminthes. N-E-M-A, Nemathelminthes, Nemathelminthes. Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. These 8 belongs to non-chordates and this belong to chordates, Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. Fine. So what we will do is, we'll discuss each and every kingdom with examples and exception. What's the classification in case of all these phylums like Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes. I'll bring very beautiful examples for you. Like I'll explain each and every topic, each and every part in case of non-chordates and chordates. So this was all about the basis of classification. So we'll start from Porifera. Today up to this, so they have mesodermal layer. This is the complete mesodermal layer which I have shown you in the diagram. An example is annelid to chordates. They show true coelom, right? So this was all about coelom, a very beautiful diagram I have shown you, very simple. You just have to know the terminology, what is true coelom, what is acoelom. So this was about coelom. Now we'll see the basis of notochord. What is notochord? On what basis the animal kingdoms, the organisms are divided. Fine. So now we'll see about notochord. This was all about the basis of classification in case of Porifera. Now what we'll do is we'll discuss each and every phylums for this kingdom. We'll discuss first non-chordates and then chordates. And if you have any doubts, you can email us or contact us. I have given the contact number itself. So today up to this, from Porifera we'll start from the next class. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.